My girlfriend texted me that she was heading straight home after her shift because she had a splitting headache and just needed to crash. I remember glancing at the message while I was still at the office, wrapping up a late report. Lauren had been pulling extra hours at the hospital all week, and I felt bad for her. I even stopped at the pharmacy on my way home to pick up her favorite migraine meds and some ginger tea. When I walked into our apartment, the lights were off, her shoes weren't by the door, and her nurse's bag wasn't on the hook where she always left it. I figured she'd gone to lie down in the bedroom, so I kept quiet, set the tea on the counter, and started heating water. I sent her a quick text. "Got your meds? Tea's coming. Love you." No reply. That wasn't unusual if she was already asleep, so I settled on the couch with leftovers and scrolled through my phone. Around midnight, a notification popped up, an Instagram story tag from one of her coworkers, Mia. Mia and I followed each other because Lauren had added us to the same group chats ages ago. I tapped it without thinking. The story was a short video clip taken inside a rooftop bar downtown. Thumping music, string lights, crowded tables. And there, leaning over the railing with a cocktail in hand, laughing into some guy's neck, was Lauren. Still in her teal scrubs, hair in the same messy bun she'd left the house with that morning. The guy had his arm around her waist, fingers tucked just under the hem of her top. She tilted her head back when he whispered something, and the caption on the video read, "Night shift crew living our best life face with tears of joy tropical drink." My stomach dropped. I replayed it twice, then 3 times just to be sure my eyes weren't lying. She wasn't home. She wasn't sick. She was out, pressed up against someone who definitely wasn't me. I sat there in the dark living room for a long minute, the phone screen burning into my retinas. Part of me wanted to call her right then, demand to know what the hell was going on. But another part, the quieter, colder part, told me to wait. I took a screenshot of the story before it disappeared, saved the video Mia had accidentally tagged me in, and closed the app. I went to bed in the guest room that night. When Lauren finally slipped in around 3 a.m., I pretended to be asleep. I heard her tiptoe through the hall, the shower running, the soft creak of our bedroom door. She never came to check on me. The next morning, she was already up making coffee when I walked into the kitchen. She smiled brightly like everything was normal. "Morning, babe. Sorry I crashed so hard last night. That headache knocked me out." I poured myself a mug, nodded slowly. "Yeah? Feel better now?" "Much. I took one of those pills you left on the counter. Thank you, by the way. You're the sweetest." She kissed my cheek and started talking about her schedule for the weekend. I listened, said the right things, even laughed when she told a story about a patient. Inside, I felt nothing but ice. That evening, after she left for another shift, I opened my laptop and started looking. Not in a frantic, obsessive way, just calm, methodical. We shared an iCloud account for photos, a habit we'd kept since we moved in together 2 years ago. I searched for the guy's face from the video. It didn't take long. His name was Connor. He was a paramedic who rotated through her ER. There were dozens of photos, group shots after shifts, selfies in the ambulance bay, candids at hospital holiday parties. Some were older, from before Lauren and I had even started dating, but plenty were recent. One from 3 months ago showed them leaning against the same ambulance, her head on his shoulder, both of them grinning at the camera. The timestamp was a night she'd told me she was staying late to cover for a coworker. I checked her location history next. Something I'd never done before, but we turned on sharing years ago in case of emergencies. Painted a clear picture. Nights she'd claimed overtime or study sessions for her certification exam. She'd been at his apartment across town, or at bars, or parked somewhere for hours with her phone on Do Not Disturb. Texts were harder to access without her passcode, but I didn't need them. The pattern was enough. This wasn't a one-off. This was ongoing. I closed the laptop and sat on the balcony until the sun came up, thinking about the last 3 years. Lauren was vibrant, quick-witted, the kind of person who made everyone feel seen. She thrived on late-night adventures, spontaneous road trips, dancing until the bars closed. I'd always loved that about her. I told myself her flirtatious energy was harmless because she always came home to me. She'd say things like, "You're my home, Dylan. No one else even compares." I'd believed her. Now I saw how easily she compartmentalized. How effortlessly she could smile at me over breakfast while carrying an entire secret life in her pocket that I didn't confront her that weekend. I cooked her favorite pasta on Saturday, watched a movie curled up on the couch, let her fall asleep with her head on my chest. She had no idea anything had changed. Monday morning, she left early for a 12-hour shift. I called out of work, packed a suitcase with my clothes, laptop, important documents, everything I couldn't live without. I left her things untouched. Then I opened the shared note we'd been using for our lease renewal and upcoming vacation plans. It was linked to both our family members and a few close friends who'd been helping us scout Airbnb options for a group trip we'd been planning. I typed a new entry at the top. "Hey everyone, I need to let you all know that Lauren and I are no longer together. I recently discovered she's been seeing someone else for quite a while. Someone from work. I have screenshots and location history if anyone doubts it, but I'm not here to argue. I'm just done. I won't be renewing the lease when it ends next month. I've already found a new place and will be moving out this week. Please don't reach out to try to fix this. There's nothing left to fix. Thanks for understanding." Dylan and I attached 2 screenshots. The rooftop video and one of the photos from Connor's apartment balcony that showed her unmistakable scrubs hanging over his railing to dry. Then I hit save. The note updated instantly on every linked device. I turned my phone to airplane mode, loaded my car, and drove to a hotel across the city. By the time I checked in and turned my phone back on, the fallout had already begun. Missed calls from her mom, her sister, 2 of our mutual friends. A string of texts from Lauren herself. "Dylan, what the hell did you do? Delete that note. NOW, you can't just air our laundry like this. Call me, please. Yuri, embarrassing. Both of you." I didn't reply to any of them. Her mother left a voicemail that I listened to once. Her voice was shaking with anger and disappointment. "Dylan, I don't know what to say. If this is true, I'm so sorry you went through this. And Lauren, God, I raised her better than this." Her sister sent a simple text. "I'm sorry, man. I had no idea." One of our couple friends, Jess, wrote, "I saw the note. I believe you. Take care of yourself." Lauren kept texting, escalating from pleading to furious to bargaining. "We can talk this through. It wasn't what you think. I made a mistake, but I love you. You're destroying my life over something stupid. Please just come home so we can fix this privately." I read them all, felt the sting, then blocked her number. Word traveled fast. By evening, people at the hospital knew. A couple of nurses who'd always been friendly with me sent quiet messages of support. Someone told me Connor got pulled into HR for a conversation about workplace relationships. Lauren took 3 personal days off in a row. I moved into a small 1-bedroom near my office the following week. I returned the ring I'd bought, still hidden in my sock drawer, for a proposal I'd been planning next spring, and got most of my money back. I canceled the joint credit card, split our streaming accounts, removed her from my emergency contacts. She showed up at my new place once, about 10 days later. I saw her through the peephole, hair unwashed, eyes red, wearing the hoodie she always stole from me. She knocked softly. "Dylan? Please, I know you're in there. I just want to talk." I didn't answer. She stayed for 20 minutes, eventually sliding down to sit against the door. I heard her crying quietly, then the rustle of a note being pushed underneath. I waited until her footsteps faded before I picked it up. "I'm sorry. I know that doesn't fix anything. I got scared of how serious we were getting and I sabotaged it. I never wanted to hurt you. You were the best thing in my life and I threw it away. I don't expect forgiveness. I just needed you to know I'm sorry." I read it twice, folded it neatly, and dropped it in the trash. A month later, I heard through a mutual friend that she'd moved back in with her parents for a while. Her mom wasn't speaking to her much. Some of the hospital crowd had cooled toward her. Connor apparently transferred to a different station. I didn't feel triumph. Exactly. More like a heavy quiet. The anger had burned off, leaving something calmer behind. I started running again in the mornings, picked up weekend hiking plans with old friends I'd neglected, focused on a promotion at work that I'd been putting off. One night, months later, I was at a brewery with coworkers when my phone buzzed with a new text from an unknown number. "It's Lauren. I got a new phone. I won't bother you again after this. I just wanted to say I hope you're doing well. You deserve someone who chooses you every single day. I'm working on myself. Take care. Dylan." I stared at the screen for a long time, thumb hovering. Then I deleted the message, blocked the number, and went back to my friends. I haven't heard from her since. Some nights I still think about the life we almost had. The apartment we decorated together, the trips we planned, the lazy Sundays that felt endless. But mostly, I think about how close I came to building everything on a lie. And I'm glad I walked away when I did. Because peace, real peace, feels a lot better than pretending.